Hello and welcome, Steve Fletcher here. Welcome to the Everything Guide to Learning to Play Guitar. We're starting a brand new section today. We're doing the Playing Songs Weirdly section. Now, what does that mean? So this is a really good point in your learning. I mean, I really love this section. I think it's absolutely brilliant. It's got some cracking songs in it. What you've done so far is you've learnt a massive array of chords. You've had all those, beginners chords, which will never go away. I mean, calling them beginners chords is a little bit of a mistake because they're not beginners chords. They are the chords that you will use 99% of the time. And what you've also learnt is a huge amount of different strumming patterns. We started with things like down, 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 up, down. And we've gone on to other such exciting strums like the rock strum pattern and all that kind of stuff. What we've done with those chords is we've put them into songs where you've got, a chord or maybe two chords of the same put together and done in various different orders for various different songs. You're used to playing your songs and your chords in various different ways. What this section does now is it kind of puts all of that on its head and looks at songs and chord sequences and strumming patterns which just don't look normal, quite frankly. You have these songs where you have chords, more than one chord in a bar. You might have songs where you've got a strumming pattern that doesn't do the same thing in every bar. And all that kind of stuff. You've got songs where the structure is a little bit strange and all that kind of stuff. So we're just sort of making you have to concentrate that little bit more on what's going on. So what you're going to find is you might be playing a D chord and then all of a sudden in the middle of the bar you might have to change to a C or a G all of a sudden in that same bar. So these chord changes that you're doing now are going to get a lot quicker, a lot more urgent, and sometimes you might even only play a chord for like one strum before you're moving on. All right, so why are we doing this? So we're doing this so that we can really solidify how well you can play and how quickly you can change from one chord to the next. All right. If you're still playing one chord, one finger at a time, as you change from one thing to the next, that's not quick enough. And what you need to be doing now is getting to that stage where you're going, boom, there's a C, boom, there's a G, boom, and all that kind of stuff. Because in this section, you just don't have the time to be going one finger at a time for these chord changes. You have to be really on it with those chords. Now, another wonderful thing happens. And what I've been doing is I've been encouraging you as much as possible to play for longer. Some of the songs that you've done, we've had some quite interesting repeats, repeated verses, repeated choruses. Sometimes you've gone all the way to the end and you've just then gone all the way to the start and done it all again and all that kind of stuff. What we're going to be doing as well in this section, which is another really great big, moment to reach, is getting you to a place where we're not just sort of doing a bit or a chunk or a repeat. We're going to start playing the entire song. All right. Still going to be trying to do sort of learner versions, beginners versions of these songs. But we are going to there's going to come a moment where we sort of hit that point and we say, right, we're now learning all the song. All right. Rather than just a nugget of it, which is a great little place to get to. And hopefully we'll keep that all the time. Not always manage it. But a lot of the time from now on, when we're doing the Everything Guide to Learning to Play Guitar, as much as we possibly can. Once we've got to that stage where we're playing the whole song, we're going to keep up to playing that whole song. It's very important that you play for longer. The other thing that we're going to have a look at in this section, in previous sections, what we've done is we've always done several performances of a song with a metronome. And I've always advised you to do that. I'm not doing that from now on. But you still should, okay? What I'm showing you on these videos now is the track slowed down a little bit, maybe 15, 20 beats per minute, and then the track at full speed, okay? You should by now be used to this idea of starting with a metronome, starting nice and slowly, and building up the speed. So you should still do that. It should still take you a couple of days, maybe a week, to get through these songs, all right, with your metronome, and slowly inch your way up to that full track speed, which is written on the corner of your sheet, what you're aiming for. And when you've got to that stage, then you can try and play along with me on these videos. But of course, you can just watch me play along to them and get the hang of them anyway. You can always do that. As always, all of these songs have got an accompanying sheet, an accompanying resource sheet, which is available to download right now from my website. What you need to do is follow the description, follow the link down there in the description, and it'll take you to my website where you can download those sheets. Why do you need the sheet? Well, you need the sheet because certainly when you get to that point where there is the full song to learn, that's a lot to remember, and the sheet literally has got the whole songs written out for you. So I think it's really important that you do get hold of those sheets for your own playing ability. They just keep you together, keep you with it. It's really important that you get them. If you're having lessons with me, either at school or via Zoom and stuff, you get those sheets anyway, so you don't have to worry about it. You've got those sheets already. But if you are just learning with me out there in YouTube land, then you need to head over to my website and download those sheets. Alright, so we're starting off today. The first song of this section is Sweet Home Alabama by Lynard Skynard. I mean, it was a massive chart hit for the band, it getting to the top 10 in the Billboard charts, and it remains Lynyrd Skynard's staple signature song. Too many S's in that sentence. Now, because it's the first song that we're doing in this section, we're going to take it through nice and slow and steady. It does have that chord change that you're not expecting, so we're going to talk you through it. Now, the first thing you need to think about is just trying to wrap your head around the strumming pattern. Now, the strumming pattern for this song is just down, 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 up, down. So nothing particularly difficult. You've done that before. What you have, though, is in that first bar is we split D and C. So the strumming pattern is split. D chord is down, down, and C chord is down, up, down. So you get something that looks like this. So we were still going down, 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 up, down with this hand, but splitting the chord change. That is that first little hurdle that might just take you that little bit of time to get used to. Because what happens when you do a chord change, your brain does like a software button, reset button hit, and you want to do a different strumming pattern. Or you want to start the strumming pattern again. So it's kind of, that's what the thing you have to unlearn. So that's what you're looking for. D, D, C, C, C. And then, of course, the next bar is just a full bar of G. So that's what we get. D, D, C, 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 G, 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 G. Take a little bit of time to get used to it, and you'll be fine. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying tuned. Please check out all the other videos that are available for you to learn. The amount of songs and tunes and techniques and things that I've got is growing by the day. So please, please, please stick around. Thanks very much, boys and girls. Bye-bye.